We are going to bring the killer live. How's it going, everybody? As y'all know, we got Don Harchfield with Craig Pest Control in the house. He has been the owner for about 15 years, and if anybody can kill a bug, it's him. So if y'all have any questions or anything, bring them on.
Yeah. Man, we're doing great. How about y'all? Guys, I'm Don Harchfield, Craig Pest Control. I'll probably step off that a little bit.
Good.
Man, we kill bugs. We do termite, pest control, ants, crickets. Anything's a pest to you except for like a bad neighbor or the neighbor's barking dog. The government will not give the license for that, so we can't get rid of them yet. But ants, crickets, spiders, we have a solution for all of your pest control needs. We're second generation. My father-in-law, Darn Craig, he started this back in 1987. Wow. I fell in here. I thought I was going to be like a rodeo clown or a cowboy or the sheriff. Dude, I got the bug business.
Here you are.
Hadn't looked back. Love it. Enjoy the bug business. Who would have thought? But yeah, it's been going on now over 20 years. I've owned the business 15. Tyler, y'all know T-Bone, he's working with us now. So it's maybe a third generation pest control killing business one day.
Get her dead, Ty.
So you were stationed and you operate out of Arlington, Tennessee.
We're in Arlington, Tennessee. We have our Arkansas license.
How long have you had those?
The Tennessee license since 87.
No, the Arkansas.
Arkansas, we picked that up 7 years ago. Does that sound right? 6?
I'm going to say 6.
I was spraying my house and spraying the guy across the road, and I thought, I might need to get a license. I don't want to get caught out here and get in trouble in Arkansas. So I went and got my Arkansas license. It's a real tough test. We did it. Passed the first time.
But when Steve was on here, he was talking about ants.
Yeah, ants will get in air conditioners, get in the, then Steve might have correct, the starter or condenser. They'll get to short them out. They're real bad. And it's because of that condensation, moisture. When you look at insects, look at moisture. A lot of times it's going to be around a bathroom or a kitchen, a windowsill where water, dew gets in. That's where a lot of your insects are from. Dry, like the desert, you don't have near as many bugs. Around water, that's where your bugs are. So that air conditioner just kind of tracks them. They come in and short it out.
I had a question for you, a bug question.
Oh.
What about the little, some call them fruit gnats, little...
Drain flies. There's several species of drain flies, blow flies. And
in
a lot
my
of those,
situation, watering my plants.
you're overwatering.
You're overwatering?
You're overwatering. Let water sit out on a cabinet. It's a bottle of water. You let it sit there for about 3 months. You'll get a little algae film in there, and that's perfect harborage for those fruit flies, gnats. Of course, fruit flies, you're looking at leftover banana peels or apples sitting on the counter. It also comes from algae outside. Drain flies. A lot of times you just clean that drain. You don't even need the pest man for that. Clean the drain. If you start buying the fruit fly traps, you put them out, you're going to feel so good seeing that thing full of fruit flies, but you still have the problem. Best thing to do is go to the source, take care of it, clean it out, they go away. The life cycle on a fruit fly, drain flies, 2 to 3 days, no longer than a week. Once it's clean, they're gone.
Right on.
Carpenter bees are the same way. People buy the big carpenter bee traps, and they'll get that jar full, and they're like, oh man, we're wearing them out. They're getting adults. All the babies are still up in the wood. Until you treat that wood and get rid of the young ones, you're going to keep having those carpenter bees.
What's the best way to get rid of mosquitoes?
Call the bug man.
All the bugs.
There's a lot of products out there, and there for a long time I wouldn't mess with mosquitoes. I thought it's a scam. It's a hoax. You're not going to get rid of the mosquito. You're not going to get rid of the mosquito. You can make it comfortable. And there's several ways to do that. We use bait stations. We use a fog. We don't like fogging flowering plants, though, because you have honeybees. You don't want to hurt the bee population. So you're going to put out, there's several different brands. You know what brand, what time of year to put them out, where to put them, in the shade, put this in the sun. Some last 30 days, some last 90 days. It's complicated.
So it's not as simple as just going to the store and getting you a can of Raid and just killing everything.
You just go out there and spray what you want to.
Then you're wondering why your tomatoes are dying. And
right.
But is it, because...
Your palms itch.
Is it one of those things that too, like for us where we grew up and we came from, you know, you don't want to leave like a bucket sitting out there full of water.
Right.
or
That's
an
a great
O-tie
breeding
or-
site.
Yeah.
You get rid of those, but you're around the lake in West Tennessee and even here in Arkansas, especially Arkansas around the rice fields. Water sits. You're going to have that problem. West Tennessee, a lot of the developers are putting in retention ponds that hold water. Drains stop up. The culverts stop up. Gutters around the house stop up. All those areas are great breeding areas. A lot of times you'll listen to people talk about, oh, they got tires laying around. The tires will, but not a lot of people leave tires laying around. Old swimming pool covers that aren't running. Mosquitoes, great breeding area. You get the hipsters on, they'll call us, hey, what can I do or spray that's all natural and organic? It's not going to hurt anybody. Man, if you're on your patio, turn on a fan. They're not a real good flyer. Go to Lowe's, Home Depot, buy you a good size fan, plug it up.
Enjoy your night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a question here. It says, do you have to treat the whole yard to treat ants that get into your air conditioner?
No, there are several baits now on the market. And again, it depends on what type of ant you have. Me and Tyler, my son, were talking about this last week. He was asking about, customer has these ants coming to the house. What do I do? Find out what kind of ant you have. Ants, there's so many different species. Some trail, some don't. A lot of your baits work real well with the trailing ant, and most of the trailing ants get in air conditioners. The Argentine ant, paving ant, a fire ant. Fire ant mounds will mound up right on the side of the air conditioner. It's loose soil from construction. It's perfect for them. It's easy to work with. You can treat it with a liquid like a fipronil is labeled for outside for fire ants. You can use a lot of baits. Man, I feel like a nerd. Ants amaze me. Fire ants amaze me. It's crazy.
Like a nerd.
Really. Look, you'll have the fire ants out there, and you'll go and you'll buy your Amdro or whatever you got at Co-op, and you'll say, I'm going to go out there and kill these ants. And you set big heel, and you'll put it all right there on top of it, and you'll think it didn't work. All they did was move right next door to it. No. What actually happened was you see the big ant hill. Mm-hmm. They already have 4 to 5 sub-colonies. If you treat that ant hill, you missed them. You need to go about a 20, 30-foot perimeter around that ant hill, sometimes bigger, depending on what kind of soil type you have. But find your sub-colonies. If that queen has workers that don't come back, she says, hey, guys, something's going on. This isn't good. She'll elect other queens and say, y'all go over there, you go over there, you go over there. We're going to win. And that's when that one colony pops up right next to where you treated. You don't treat them all the way around. So no, you don't need to treat the whole yard. You can treat, and then again, it depends on what type of ants you have. The fire ants, you can treat the mounds, the hills. Pavement ant, trailing ants, you can bait them. There's a lot of great baits out there.
So Sandy kind of carried on with that question and says, does your treatment prevent future infestations?
For a little while, of course it will. It'll leave residual. It all depends on your weather. You know, a lot of rain, a lot of sun, man, it can mess it up. Sun will bleach a material real quick, but depending on what material you put down and what kind of ants you had, yes, it can leave residuals, let's say 30 to 90 days.
Do you have a suggestion or a solution to deter snakes?
I'm scared of snakes. I am scared of snakes. I don't want everybody to know that. I've been under houses.
Somebody write that down.
Yeah.
Holy crap, because
I am scared of snakes. I've been under houses and felt something run across my back of the leg and thought it was a snake, and I will tear my cover off, just hitting my butt on every floorboard trying to get out of the crawl space. I'm scared of snakes. Everybody, if you call Craig Pest Control and says, hey man, I got these snakes. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna throw a figure out there. $5,000. And when you say, come get it, I'm going, oh, man, I meant $5,550.
Yeah.
I don't do snakes. I'm scared of snakes. A hobby of mine. Do we have time for stories?
Yeah, throw it in there.
But
This is all about you.
I love-
So we on your time.
the last several years, I got into falconry.
Because I was going to ask you about it anyway.
Got into falconry, and my sponsor, we were in the bottoms of the Wolf River in LaGrange, Tennessee. And he was...
So just for folks that may not know what falconry is.
Falconry is trapping wild. We use red-tailed hawks and train them to rabbit and squirrel hunt. Actually, they'll grab whatever they want to. But we were in the bottoms, thought we were squirrel hunting. walking down a little gravel road into the woods. We done worked the sweat up, walked quite a bit. Come back, his bird finally went down on a snake. I'm going to leave his name out of it, but he started, you're not going to help? Nope. That bird there's going to eat him a snake. He's, oh no, he can't eat the snake. The snake bit the bird on the foot, which scared me. I'm calling the veterinarian and going, hey man, this snake has done bit this bird. Guy put vitamin C on his foot. Next day, healed up, no problem. Snake was dead. The bird did kill the snake. I did stay about 50 yards from it, watched it. And, you know, in my world, it's a snake. I know it's a cottonmouth or rattlesnake.
Right.
It's like that big.
It's
you know,
a king cobra.
Yeah. I was like, man, that thing can eat somebody. I don't mess with them. But, yeah, watching that, I was like, oh, dude, I'm scared. The whole time he's going, you're not going to help me? Nope.
That bird
Not
made that
one bit,
choice, and he's going to have to live with it.
Your bird was hungry.
Yeah.
You should have fed him before he come out here.
Will the same chemical work on the ants and the S word that I don't like?
The 8-legged ones.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't say.
Yes, some will. And that's what people ask, what do I use? What can I buy? I don't have, we can go out there and look in the truck. There's not one material. At any time, I'll keep 5 or 6 different materials on the truck because one material works real good with a certain type of ant than a different ant. There is a great material we found with spiders, but glue boards are important with spiders. Exteriors, great. Micro-encapsulated stuff. It's big words that I shouldn't even say. I don't know what they mean either. But no. Stuff you want to spray outside and get them before they come inside. Glue boards for monitors for your S words.
Oh, good question.
Man, the ladybugs, Asian beetles, it's a whole different material for them. If you want to kill the spiders around soffits, eaves, and overhangs, it's another material. And wiping down spider webs. When I first got in this, man, we were like spray jockeys. All you had was a little silver B&G can and a hose on the truck. The more you sprayed, the better job you did, and it better stink. Well, now we have materials that don't smell near as bad. They're non-repellents. We have Webster mops. We'll go there and wipe down spider webs. You've got backpack blowers for your mosquitoes. They work real good for yellow jackets, wasps. You can fog them. They're not flying at you. They're not going to get you. You can kill them with a fogger. Backpack sprayers, spraying a lot less material, targeting certain cracks and crevices, areas where the bugs live, instead of just spraying everywhere. Industry's really changed.
And from what you said something earlier about time of year and temperature and all that stuff, so I guess on every type of insect or whatever, there's a certain time of year that this chemical works better.
Yes.
For every one of them.
Certain insects molt different than other insects. Another little story, people every year when it snows and ice, they'll put us on the prayer list. The poor bug man's going to go out of business. We done got us a week of cold weather, a week of ice. It's going to kill all the bugs. It's going to kill all the bugs, man. What's the bug man going to do? Thank God we won't have these wasps no more. You know, that cold weather, we're going to freeze them out. No. And then spring comes around and we got wasps. And we got the mosquitoes back. What happened? Watch those Alaska shows. If you like them, I do like them. They're over there swatting. Mm-hmm. They've got big mosquitoes, and they get a lot more than a week of cold weather.
Yes, they do.
It is not the cold weather. It is the moisture again. You go to look what shows in the desert. They're playing naked and afraid in the desert. They're not swatting bugs. They're watching scorpions or getting sunburned on the naked parts. You know,
well, they got them little lizards that eat all the bugs, though, so that helps a bunch.
That's a hungry lizard. And bats are good. Bats eat a lot of mosquitoes, but they don't eat all the mosquitoes. They think, and bat houses are great. I actually want several. Christmas around the corner. Julie's still on that? Get me a bat house. But the bat houses are neat. I'd love to store some bats besides somewhere in my attic, put them outside and let them eat mosquitoes. Mm-hmm. I think they're neat to watch at night.
I love watching them at
night. And they have to lay in still water at a certain temperature. This lake stays pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But standing pools of water, your frogs, fish will eat that mosquito larvae. People don't realize it. A lot of that's what God put those 2 mosquitoes on Noah's Ark for. Somebody got to feed these fish.
How do you get rid of the S word around boat docks?
Oh my, there are a couple great materials out there now they're coming out with. Centria is a great material. You can actually put it in a backpack sprayer or a blower, blow it on the roof. But the most important part about boat docks, wipe them down. A lot of your spiders on a boat dock, if you look, it's a real complex web. They have to shoot all that out of their body as they make. If you wipe down their web, when they redo that web, a lot of them will dehydrate. They'll kill themselves making that web to catch their food. Not all of them. Good balance of, and there again, glue boards work well. They get overtaken on a boat dock. It don't take long at all. That glue board's just no good at all. It's just wipe them down. That's one of them you're not going to get total rid of. You're just going to make the situation a lot better. The license in 2 states. Label is law. If the label says you can spray over water, you can spray over water. 99.5% of the label will say don't spray near water, don't spray on moving water, don't spray. But they're all.
Yeah.
Can you get boar bees on wood exterior homes?
Yes, carpenter bees, boar bees. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. They're getting a buzzing. Is that normal?
Yeah.
But yeah, the carpenter bees, boar bees, and they're amazing also. If you ever see them go into a piece of wood siding, or even the 4x4 post on a patio, the 2x6 timbers, they'll find that one piece they really like. Go in and make a 90-degree turn. If you've ever cross-cut it, it's a really pretty little groove in there. But the mom goes in there and lays her babies. And it could be 6 to 9 inches in there. But she packs it full of nutrients, and she'll come and go and feed them. A lot of people go in there and put their trap up, and they'll catch a mama. They go, oh, yeah, I'm doing good. They don't realize you got like 3 or 5 still in that nest. You never see baby wood boars, carpenter bees, wood bees, whatever you're going to call them. They all come out as adults. Half-inch. And hey, God made them to make a perfect half-inch hole. And I've seen people go in there and seal that hole. And then when the babies get ready to come out, they just blow out the side of the wood. And it is an ugly mess when they blow out the side. It's bad. And there's a lot of materials you can spray inside that wood. I don't like telling people, just get your Raid, get your Ortho Home Defense. But really, that's about good enough. You can put it in, spray it. You got to spray the hole, every hole. And they'll come dropping out. Wait 7-10 days. Plug your hole. Get your little wood putty. Stain it. You're looking pretty again.
Move on. Huh.
Looking pretty.
So is there any, we'd like to ask everybody this question, for like new home buyers or weekenders, what are some things, if anything, going into winter to kind of help?
Make sure your moisture, your water's cut off. You don't have any water leaks. That's always important. Weather stripping around windows and doors. That'll keep insects from coming in through those areas. A good pest control company doing exterior treatment. Take care of the bugs before they come inside the house. That's always great. If you don't want to do that, you can get glue boards from Walmart. Anywhere. Put glue boards in the corners around your windows and doors. You come home, put them up, throw them away, put some more. Is that what you're asking?
That's what I'm asking.
So I got 2 questions.
I'm happily married.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Love you, Julie. Should you pre-treat the ground before pouring a concrete slab to prevent termites?
Yes. And yes, that's an easy question there. And there's great materials out there. Used to, pre-82, I think it was, chlordane was a material. Everybody, they outlawed it in like 78. You'd use what you had till 82. I may have them years mixed up. Been a long time ago. But chlordane was the walking dog. You sprayed your soil with it. They said it's good for 75 to 100 years. What people don't understand is 75 to 100 years is coming up quick. They had a hard time coming up with materials that really last, had a good shelf life. They had a lot of chloropyrifos. They just outlawed it a few years ago. But now we have a whole new, what's the orgo type of materials you spray on the soil, and it's going to stay there. If you do not pre-treat that soil before you pour your concrete, every concrete slab, we put a bathroom, a tub, You have the little styrofoam block where I've seen people just put towels in there. But when they pull that out to get your plumbing put in, there's a moist spot for insects, termites to come in and eat your house. I've had people tell me, my house is a slab brick house. I'll never worry about termites. They don't realize what's holding the inside of that wall is pine studs.
Right.
Older homes, the old hardwood poplar, I'm saying old homes, early 1900s and back, you'll see those houses with termites, but they climb up that hardwood, barely leave a mark in it, and they'll go up and get on like some pine, just eating the sapwood, pine. Oh, the plaster walls, it always had the little pine slats in there, beadboard looking. And they'll get in there and just tear that wall up. And when you start redoing you use a house I did on LaGrange, they had the newspaper insulation. It's like old newspaper.
Right.
The termites got in there and was eating the paper. It's like carbohydrates are what termites are going for. And yes, definitely, I'll quit rambling now.
And their teeth just ain't strong enough to eat the hardwood, huh?
They don't like the hardwood. I guess not. I don't know if it's the teeth or just going a path of least resistance, probably.
Right.
Here, we do have the little scorpions, and I have a couple customers started using a material called Onslaught Fast Cap. It's 4 active ingredients with a growth regulator. A lot of talking, and all that means is it kills scorpions. Spray it around the foundation, outside, inside garages with some glue boards.
He said,
I do know that too.
Common pest, insect in this part of the world that you probably, or is it
Oh man, it's
mixture of all of it?
mixture of all of it. We have here in the Mid-South, Arkansas and Tennessee, you have humidity. You have a soil type. You got a mixture of rock, clay, sand, mud, and it's perfect for the humidity for roaches, ants, crickets, mosquitoes. There's not many bugs that we do not have here.
Right.
It's the brown recluse spider. They say they don't have those in Florida. They got them here.
I do want to take a minute to thank Jason from Traveler Plumbing for being this week's sponsor. Appreciate you, buddy. We enjoyed the show with you last week.
Jason asked, are bed bugs something that we need to worry about in this area?
Yes. Bed bugs have made a...
Back to the bugs, killer.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about bugs.
So we're coming into fall.
Yes.
In winter.
And
What is your...
It gets cold and everybody goes, man, I'm not going to have any bugs. It's getting cold. I don't want to pay. I don't want to do it. Okay, guys. In the winter, it's real important to treat for bugs because that's when they start getting into your walls or into your house and overwintering. Get a good barrier exterior, treat the inside. It's worth it. If you don't be upset this spring or you start getting the warm days and they all start coming out. You're like, what? If you stayed on, and that's everybody, cancel me anytime. If I'm not doing a good job, fire me. But you stay on our program, let us treat every 3 months or monthly, depending on what you need done.
Yeah.
Some places we have to treat monthly. But look, I'm not lying to you, and I'm not trying to take your money every time. I do need your money. You got to eat.
He likes food.
But I do work for it. We're going to do a fair job. And if you do have a problem, we come back and don't charge you for the retreat. But yes, this time of year when it gets cold, it's probably one of the most important times to treat to make sure they don't overwinter in your window frames, behind your walls, and then hatch out, come in your house.
Yes. What's your thoughts on using diatomaceous?
Diatomaceous earth.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good material. Yeah. I had a lady. We did a Vesta home show for a long. Yes, it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to help a whole lot, but it's not going to hurt anything. A lady had told us at a Vesta home show. She said, "Do you do moles?" And I was like, "Yeah, we'll bait moles." And she said, "You do diatomaceous earth?" I didn't know what it was. No way, but if you need some, I'll go get it. But it is. It's a. You know the little packs you see in your tennis shoe, the desiccant that keeps the moisture out? That's what diatomaceous earth is. It takes the moisture out of like
that little packet thingy that's like in your peel bottle.
That's silica. That's silica.
Okay.
Diatomaceous earth is about the same type material. It just takes the moisture out of the insect. Talprid works real well. You got to be on top of it. It takes a lot of time. Got a buddy in Memphis, Chuck Miller. He owns Wildlife Solvers. He is a mole nerd. He'll put traps out and trap them. I hadn't had much luck trapping moles.
Why
I've had hawks. It's amazing how far they do go. And you want to look for loose soil. A lot of times, where you put a sidewalk, loose dirt on the edge of a foundation of a house will be there like their little highway. I think they rarely go through the middle of the yard because it's so hard. Yeah. They're looking for easy soil to tunnel through.
You know,
the path of Gemini.
up here, if I don't know how to really ask the question. If I call you because you're my termite guy, you're my pest guy, and say, I got a coon or I got bats.
Yeah, bats are, I can't do bats. I don't know if it's Arkansas's special license. I don't know enough about it. I do think you cannot do anything to a bat from October to, is it April? They go into their hibernating or they're hanging around and you can't do anything with them. And bats are good. There are funnels. I actually put one on my house at one time. They were in a gable vent going in. The wire was been violated. As they come out, it's a funnel. It's a little wire funnel. They funnel out and they come back. They can't get in. So they go make a nest or hang out right on the soffit. That's better than inside my house. Mm-hmm. But since then, they've moved on. Bats are good. They're good for the environment. You don't want to hurt them. You just want to make sure that
if it bounces, I mean, you just call David. And, I mean, I'll make him stand on the corner some more.
Yeah, the pay is great. No, I had a great time. I enjoy this, and it's been a lot of fun. Next time, I'll try to remember the big words.
It's all good. We
don't know big words. We're not. I mean, you called yourself a nerd earlier. I mean, we're not even close to being a nerd in anything.
We're just enjoying this, and we hope the people out there go buy that fish. Sandy said that's not near as fun.
Go buy that fish.
Because she said he was on his own to go when he has to let the boat sit in the water to defrost off of the trailer. Put me in.
Well, we appreciate it. And with that, we're going to say good night. Thanks
good night,
everybody
all.
for
Thanks for tuning in.
See y'all.
Let the dogs in.
Let the dogs in.